Welcome to Trends on Thursdays, where I'll tell you about the trends I discussed with my clients this week. This week I'll talk about Google Marketing Live, Generation Z, sustainability, and ephemeral content. Let's get started. Google Marketing Live 2019 just wrapped up and some interesting changes are coming. Looks like AI will help us bid on ads and figure out new audiences similar to Facebook's lookalike audiences. In case you're not familiar with that concept, Facebook will analyze data on people you upload or that went to your website or used your app and magically come up with more people that look like that. And I say magically because Harry Potter sounds a whole lot better than big data. But seriously, computers are really good at analyzing data points that are way too in-depth for us to keep track of. This will take us more and more into that space between creepy and convenient when you see ads for things you didn't even realize that you wanted until you see the ad. Great for advertisers, and we'll have to see what everyone else. One more about Google Marketing Live. We've talked about podcasts here and there, and they're about to get another major boost. Google will prioritize podcast results at the top of their search engine results pages, which will, at least on Android, make it feasible to find a podcast that pertains and listen seamlessly. I won't hold my breath on the Apple side, but this also means rethinking some of your podcasting strategies, as now I have to be better at making them findable. But a great opportunity if you're a podcaster. Next up, Generation Z is busy disrupting a whole lot of things. Piper Jaffray does a semi-annual survey, and it's always super interesting to see how the coming generation thinks and spends. They surveyed 8,000 teens, average 16 years of age, and they're already spending about $2,600 a year, and that's quite impressive. Some of that money is coming from side hustles, like selling used clothing on sites like Poshmark. Where to reach them? Well, after Netflix, YouTube is the second on the list of media consumption. As far as social media is concerned, you're best off as Snapchat, followed by the Gram with 41% and 35% respectively. Twitter and Facebook only at 6%, meaning if this is your audience, or you want them to be your audience one day soon, politicians and car dealers, you better figure out their channels and language. They're also much more involved than one might think. 9 out of 10 is passionate about political and social causes. By the way, if you're wondering why it matters now, it's because I have a lot of established businesses that ask me about millennials because they ignored them for the last 10, 15 years. I recommend not to be short-sighted about Generation Z. Next up, sustainability is clearly important for the planet. We can't continue to produce tons of waste and not expect it to catch up with us at some point. You could say it's a mathematical certainty. Nike has decided to not only take on the problem, but basically wrote a textbook about it because they want their entire industry to do better. This may partially go back to that 90% of Generation Z being passionate about issues, by the way. It's actually incredibly well done and talks about recyclable packaging, versatility, and designing with the end product's end of cycle in mind. And well, it's free. If you're sitting there thinking, Tobias, what can I learn from Nike? The answer is probably a whole lot. Your scale may be different, but I've applied some lessons from Fortune 500 companies to small businesses with amazing results. And I've also brought lessons from small businesses to CEOs, and they were mind blown. Very seldom is there no morsel of good info to be found, and as I keep saying, we only have one planet, so let's take care of it. One more ephemeral content is trending. Between Facebook and Insta Stories, WhatsApp and Snapchat, over 1 billion users daily consume content that will simply go away after 24 hours. It's nowhere near as long and a lot less serious because, well, it goes away. Not saying that you should be doing or saying things that wouldn't normally be said, but a feed that goes away after 24 hours, of course, is a whole lot less curated. This also gives you room for experimentation, quick lives, videos, and, well, just have a little fun. If you totally bomb something, it won't be around tomorrow at the same time. The nice thing with stories is that they encourage one-on-one feedback and drops people into your DMs and lets you respond, which again is a little different from your regular curated feed that of course lands you likes and public comments. Have you tried stories for your business? I would like to know what the results were. Let me know in the comments, and as always, feel free to share this post with somebody that needs a little lift added to their business. I'll be back Monday. I'm Tobias Wilhelm.